Lasagna Party says, what happened with Rand last night? Oh, I heard there was something that happened on Warski's show. And so I went on Andy's show after, and I was laughing with Rand and we were talking shit. So then PPP comes on. I didn't even want to. I'm like, all right, I'm done. And I left before he even got there because I didn't want to feed into it. Well, he got on, started needling Rand, which Rand should have just left too, but he started needling Rand and said, "Oh, Ralph left. He won't even stand up for you. He doesn't respect you at all." And da 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 da. And so then I'm like, well, I do respect Rand. I love Rand, and so I'm not gonna accept that. So I got on there and said what I said to PPP.
And I'll tell you this right now, if I ever see you in person, I'm going to fucking stab you in the throat, you goddamn fucking faggot, for what you said.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. But you backed out of the fight like a little bitch.
Oh my
You backed out of the fight like a little bitch. Is that what you told Vickers yesterday,
No,
son? Is that what you told Mr. Vickers yesterday, son? No, you can't even talk to your baby mama. You can't even talk to your baby mama.
Which I don't regret. Who gives a fuck? It's not even an actionable threat. The dude lives in Canada, like 3,000 miles away. I think I mentioned something about his throat. But to some of the Spurs who are like, oh, that's something that's actionable, it's not. I know all about this internet shit and what I can and can't say.
Hey, Gully!
Oh, yeah!
I bet you shut that fucking door.
Bringing you fun.
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
It's not even an actionable threat. I know all about this internet shit and what I can and can't say.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Here comes Kool-Aid. Here comes Kool-Aid. I'm gonna save the day.
Brand soft drink mix.
Oh, yeah.
So I got on there and said that, and then I just left. No, Warski didn't kick me. He didn't mute me. I just left. And no, I wasn't drunk. I got on there and said that I knew what I was going to say when I got on there. I guess I left after that. And then I guess Rand and Jesse and PPP kept going. I watched for like 15 or 20 minutes. But after that, I turned it off because I was starting to want to jump back in there and yell at these faggots again. And I was like, man, this is so dumb. That's like the absolute last thing I need to do. So I just turned it off. It's like, no, just fuck this. This shit's dumb anyway. Why am I even watching this, basically? So I turned it off. And it was crazy. If you were like just somebody in the chat, you probably enjoyed it. It was one of those shit shows that you probably enjoy. You would have enjoyed. Yeah, it was definitely a wild fucking show. Like it was a nutty show. So from that perspective, yeah, it was great. From programming, I mean, you would say that, yeah, that's awesome. But later on in the show, I guess, excuse me. Now, this is what I was told, and I haven't seen it all. Let's see. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, wow.
Everyone, I was injured in the service of my country, and that makes me less than you. A guy who expanded himself until he was a ton in size. And everyone, you reached the point where the Canadian government said, "All right, you need to go."
He's gone. I kicked him. I fucking. I kicked him.
All right, I'm muting myself.
Okay, everyone, stop.
Okay. How about Jesse pot off will speak a speech?
Yes.
Guys, I was just here to say I was going to stab Kyler in the throat. I didn't even know what Ethan was going to say when he said he kind of stole my thunder. I feel a little bit out of my element now. And this is a completely unrelated thing. Kyler, I don't know if you even know what you did to me, but you're going to find out real hard, real fast.
Oh, no. You're fucked, Kyler.
Jesse P.S., who's also a faggot. Let's be real.
Here's what I've done. I've brought also cock stickers. I'm going to leave. I've just found out Ethan Ralph is a big fan of my show. Okay. And there you go. There's his house. There's his house right there.
Also knock on the
No, I'm not knocking on the door.
Go inside his house.
No, absolutely not. Covert ops undercover. So that is really his house. You can look that up if you don't believe me. I just left a sticker in the mailbox.
He had his Discord, where you can show your screen, like mine is now showing my camera. They had the whole, they were showing the people down at the bottom, the other people on the screen, where you could change your camera to be something on your screen instead, screen share basically. Apparently Jesse PS screen shared some, private information about Rand, alleged private information or whatever. And on Warski's show. So
I don't know what the business is with these kind of people, and I'm very
It's people. I'll tell you what it is. It's people who cannot take a punch on the chin and roll with it. Like, just laugh at it. If you resist Jesse, he will destroy you. If you laugh with them and have fun, he's your best buddy. We're here right now, kicking with him right now. Rand.
It's done.
Okay,
let it go.
He's done. I got him. He's gone. Dude.
I don't even want to be part of fucking what that was. We got Wolfen for.
It's a tired conversation. I don't know where it's even going. I don't know.
Now Warski didn't see it, didn't know about it.
If anything happens past this moment at 4:31 a.m. Eastern, it's not my doing. All right,
it's my doing, Nick. Let's go.
It's a legal notice.
It's my doing. This show now belongs to me.
Like, honestly, if anything illegal happens at this time, I was controlled and just sort of
But it's a flashpoint now. It's kind of a dispute now. So that's what I know about it. That's all I know about it. Yeah, and the whole secretly record all that shit and all that dumb shit. I never secretly recorded Rand or anything like that. Rand went on air that PPP was talking about last night. I didn't bother going into it last night, but PPP's got this thing, and a lot of the faggots try to make up that I recorded Rand talking about a really personal thing, and that's not what happened. Went on Twitter and quote tweeted him and said, "You know what? Fuck you, Rand. I've done a lot for you. Da da da." I said, "I got footage of the other day when you were whining and crying on, whatever, when you were talking about this event." Now, it was a fucked up thing to do. It's one of the most fucked up things I've done online, I would say. That being said, he had done a really fucked up thing to me right before, and it wasn't out of nowhere. It wasn't like just some sadistic thing. It was me reacting to what I felt was a good friend betraying me. That's what it was. Now, I apologize for it now. I apologize for it then. It is what it is. It happened. I don't lose sleep over it. I'll tell you that. I have no problems talking about that. Now, I'm not going to talk about it with some fat gay dude who gets fucked up his ass, who literally spread his asshole on stream. That's probably how he spreads it for Surfer. I don't have to explain it to him. He can get fucked and die in a ditch. I don't give a fuck about that dude. So that's the background on the stuff with me and Rand, though, and you can, write that down, clip it. I don't give a fuck. That one little part, I'll give permission. If you want to clip that little part right there.
Well, perfect. So I did clip it. Now, Ethan, that means you can't take this video down. I have express verbal permission from you, and also fair fucking you. So good luck, buddy. But anyway, listen, I don't even know who this Rand guy is. Did I dox him? My guess is if you're watching from my channel, you don't know who Rand is. I had to learn who he was while I was on stream the other night. It was almost a week ago now. I just randomly tuned in to Andy and Kyler's show, Twisted Mind. I enjoy it. I enjoy the program when they're not drunk and when they're not talking about video games. What I didn't know is they were drunk. Now, they weren't talking about video games, but suddenly Ethan Ralph showed up. And of course, I looked at that as an opportunity because Ethan is scared of me. Why? I don't know. All I tried to do was give him a gift. And ever since then, he's been wildly angry. I have been the Indiana Jones to his rolling boulder ever since. Sometimes you look a gift horse in the mouth and bad things happen. So now that I see Ethan Ralph around the internet, I try to follow him around because it kind of perturbs me. A week after I went to Ethan Ralph's house, a guy named Frank Hassel went to a big fat goon, a big fat lolcow named Boogie's house, and it was the talk of the town. He was the belle of the ball. In fact, Ethan Ralph had Frank Hassel on the show and talked about how funny it was, and he's had him back on. These are all funny things. What a clever troll, going to the big fat man's house and laughing at him and not doing anything illegal. That is so funny, said Ethan Ralph, about anyone but me doing it to him. Maybe that's normal. I don't know. I guess, I'd probably be mad if a guy showed up to my house too. What can I do about that? But I feel like I got to call him out on it. So when I see him in places where I think I could maybe get an in, I try to get an in. And in this particular case, somebody else got an in. A guy named PPP. You know him. He helped us make Dick Masterson a lolcow on the Killstream last year. Well, he wasn't on the Killstream, but after my turn on the Killstream, my controversial turn on the Killstream, where if you have any sense of reality and any humor in your life at all, a single humorous bone in your body, you realize that was funny. And if you are a fan of the Killstream, I'm the worst. So PPP, he helped us out. He made Dick look even stupider about a week later. And it's been a rolling, again, the boulder, Indiana Jones, it's snowballing ever since then. I didn't mean to get into this entire stream with PPP, and I didn't even know a guy named Rand was on the stream, and we got into a tussle. We got into a back and forth. You're wondering, who is Rand? Oh my God. Well, apparently he's a specter. Jesus Christ. Rand, can you hear us from the netherworld? Rand, can you see us? Rand. Oh my God, Rand, he's not doing well. He is some sort of ghost. According to Rand is not this guy. So I am technically not doxing him by showing this. He has tweeted this out. He said it during the stream. He said, "That's not me. That's not even a picture of me. You never fit." So what are you mad about? What are you mad about? If it ain't a picture of you, then what are you mad about? Why is it an issue? I don't understand. I'm trying to put all this together. I'm trying to figure out who you are. I didn't know. I didn't know when I was on the stream that he was supposed to be anonymous. I'll tell you who he is. He's an Australian. He is a drunk. I learned that just from watching him. I didn't have to go to Kiwifarms to figure that one out. He's an alcoholic and he's a terrible dad. Now, these are just my personal opinions. I mean, I witnessed this with my own eyes. But if you want to know, like, why is he even a big deal? He's on the Killstream sometimes, and the type of guy he is, imagine if the year was 2016 and you said, what if this was my politics forever? Like, I don't have a personality, so what if I spend the next, I don't know, rest of my life pointing at everyone and calling anyone I don't like a Jew? And this entire community, I've had to deal with them since this. This entire community, all they do is call everybody a Jew. Everybody's a Jew. Jew. It's like it's the Spider-Man pointing at himself meme, but with, a dreidel and forelocks. I'm not sure everybody is a crypto Jew, according to these guys. That's fine. Listen, you know what I say? Everybody on the internet but me is Jewish. Now what? Now what are you going to do? PPP accused this guy of being an Aboriginal, an Australian Aboriginal. He kept saying he has dirt floors. I don't know what's true. I've never heard of him until I started talking to him. Not once. Now, Rand knew me. What I didn't know is that apparently he's supposed to be anonymous because his views, they're alt-right. Oh, boy, you're not allowed. It's a scary time to be a Randbot. By the way, Rand, really? Rand? Your name is Rand? Like Ayn Rand? Kinda gay. This has been a whole kerfluffle. And the most bizarre part is this image right here. You know where I got this image? It wasn't Kiwifarms. It wasn't, I didn't pull up his Facebook or anything. And again, he claims it's not him, but for some reason he's really mad about it. So this is allowed. I'm allowed to show this. You know where I got this? I typed Randbot into Google Images. Try it. Try it for yourself. Guess what comes up? How was I supposed to know? You type in Jesse Pot Off, you get some weird fucking pictures. You go looking for me on Google Images. I'm not sitting around getting mad about it. I'm not trying to be anonymous. Maybe if your opinions are so controversial online, and maybe if you're so scared of being found out, maybe, call me crazy, Rand, maybe you shouldn't be online. That's not going to be a popular opinion. Obviously, I don't agree with cancel culture or censorship or any of that kind of stuff. But you know what I do agree with? It's this little phrase right here. Doxing is cool and fun. Let's do that one more time. Doxing is cool and fun. Why not? Why not? You know what? It's funny. It's funny. You know whatever happens to you when you're doxxed? Nothing. Nothing. Unless you're like a political adversary of some man. And nothing. I've had a pedo show up to my house and he left me a can of soda. And I had somebody order pizzas to my home and then my mom's house. And I just had to call the pizza place and go, oh, I'm sorry. That was a troll. They were pranking you. The thing about doxing is, let's say this is him. I don't know what to believe anymore. Whatever the story is with this photo, you know what the thing about doxing is? It can only happen once. Once you're doxed, the cat is out of the bag. Rand? Really? Rand? The cat's out of the bag at that point. You're just doxed forever. Unless you move, like if your address is doxed and then you move, you're no longer doxed. Then if you get a new address and somebody doxes the new address, that's a dox. If somebody gives out your name and your age, you're just doxxed forever in that case. Okay? Those are the rules. I don't make reality. I just follow it with an iron fist. Think about it for 2 seconds, Rand. Think about it. Your picture is on Google. What are you going to do? It's over. So either lean into it or at the very least, don't freak out about it. Now, I'll tell you this. Somebody's face and their real name, they aren't doxxed. Not even legally. Legally speaking, your face and name aren't doxxed. You know how I know this? Because you can just walk down the street and I can see your face. And your name, that's just something made up about you. Like your parents just decided a thing about you. Your name isn't a dox. Unless you are a federal, you're under witness protection or you're some sort of undercover federal agent, giving out a guy's name is not dox. Even if you go by a pseudonym online, it's not dox. Me showing this, it wasn't intentional dox. Apparently, it wasn't actual dox. And it wasn't even legal dox. But you know the craziest part? Kyler had it right. If you just laugh along and go with it, nothing bad happens. The craziest part in all of this, you want to know who doxed Rand? Well, playa, you doxed yourself. That's right. In the chat room of Twisted Mind, this fetid creep actually went in there and for an hour, he and his sycophant followers typed over and over again, Jesse's showing his Kiwifarms docs. Jesse is posting the docs that are all located here at this web address, kiwifarms.com/hypertext transfer protocol : / World Wide Web. I'm sorry. I forgot the secured. That's hypertext transfer protocol secured : / World Wide Web dot. Fuck, you know the rest. They literally linked to it. One of his biggest fans, I think maybe a co-host of his stream. I don't even know. I think this guy streams. I'm not sure. He streams to other guys who want to point at each other and say they're Jews. He wants to point at people online and say they're feds, even though he literally works for his own federal government. Actually, apparently, listen, you know how I know stuff about Rand now? You want to know how I got to learn more about Rand? You want to know why I know he's apparently abusive towards his wife, according to recordings I now have? I learned it from watching you, Rand. I learned it from watching you. What are you, stupid? If you're so scared of this thing, why would you post over and over again where to go get the info? Now, here's the thing. This episode, you can't do an episode like this publicly. You just can't. I mean, there's no way. Because my whole deal is I never intended to dox the man. I was sitting there, and right underneath this photo on Google Images were pictures of him with his wife and his child. You don't go after the kid. Come on. That's a bridge too far. You know, the internet isn't. Once the internet intersects with real life, unless it's like something I do, then that's not cool, man. I wasn't trying to dox this guy. I feel bad he's stupid. Apparently, I learned this from reading the link he sent me, Kiwifarms. Apparently, the man is disabled. He had a box drop on his head. It nearly planted him into the ground like a sunflower. The poor dude, I mean, this guy might as well have been kicked in the head by a wallaby or something, because there's something not right. There's a screw loose. I feel bad for him. So I'm going to be magnanimous. Tonight on the show, I'm going to get to the bottom of whether or not I truly doxed Rand by looking at his docs. But you can't do a show like that publicly, so we're going to do it in the Pizza Fund. Join it completely uncensored, completely unedited, and ad-free, sponsor-free, plus all of our episodes, everything, all the premium content, $12 level. All of our Wednesday shows are always in the $12 level of the Pizza Fund. Join it, podawful.pizza, and we will get to the bottom of the mystery on whether or not Rand is Rand. Spoiler alert, he's mad about this picture for some reason. I don't know. You do the math. Podawful.pizza.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. Podawful.pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
Podawful.pizza.
See what?
Sorry, nigga. I'm Tom Gully, and you're watching Is This Live, the show.
This content right here
On the Pod Awful TV network.
is Pizza Fund's own.
Podawful.pizza.
This shit is beefer. You're listening to Howdy Do with J. Crew.
Podawful.pizza.
We got shooters in these streets.
Nigga.